everybody, I'm Amy, and in this video I'm going to show you some exercises using the Terra Core as a bench. So the Terra Core is one of my most favorite tools to use in my own workouts and with my training clients. And one of the reasons is because it's such a great core and balance tool, but you also can do a lot of that same exercises that you would do on a weight bench. So I'm going to show you just a few of those today. So some of the ones that you can do are with dumbbells in the same way you would go down onto a bench. So we're going to go down flat on our backs. And you can tell just once you're on the Terra Core that even just by lying here, my core is engaged and I'm a little bit unstable. I'm still stable enough to feel secure, but just enough to feel like my core is working. And so the first one that we can do is just our very basic chest press. We're just up and in, down and out. And you can tell, again, I'm having to engage my core and using those dumbbells for a chest press. And then if I want to make it a little more challenging, I can just put one knee up, or I can bring everything in, everything out, one at a time. If you're feeling really good about it, you can try both knees, but I would recommend just starting with just the chest press and then adding the knee coming in. Some other exercises you can do from here, of course, are your basic chest fly, very similar. If you want to get a little bit of an ab challenge here, you can alternate the fly. It's going to pull on you just a little bit. So you got to stay pulling in with that deep, deep core. And then also that tricep extension, or sometimes called a skull crusher. So you're bending those dumbbells down by your ears, extending out. And again, you could extend one leg out to make it a little more challenging, or you can add a little bit of movement, which adds a lot of extra core. So those are just a few that you can do from that lying position. You can also take it to a bent over row. So we do a bent over row a lot with our knees on the bench. So for here, we can put the knee on. And again, even just by being on this, you're gonna feel your core engaged. And you can put that foot just straight back a little bit to the side, pull that core in tight, and then bent over row. And again, there are lots of variations on this. We can take it to a wide row, palm to the back, palm to the front with a supinated grip. Lots of variations, straight out to the side like a reverse fly. Using the knee on the bench, again, is going to engage the core. And then the other thing we tend to do for upper body is we'll just do some seated exercises on a bench. Again, I can do those, but add a little bit more core with the Terra Core. So I'm sitting straight up and down. I can do a hammer curl. I can do a regular curl. I can do a shoulder press. And then if I want to add a little extra core, I can bring a knee in one at a time, or just lean back just a tad, keeping it controlled. Gets a little bit more challenging, right? So then coming up onto our feet, some things that I do a lot with my clients on benches and now with the Terra Core are just your very basic step up. So I'm gonna angle it just a bit so you can see. So just doing a lateral step up to the side. And again, if you wanna add a little bit of variety, you can bring a knee up and across, bring those hands up, or from the back, a front step up. So again, a little more challenging because you're having to engage the core. And again, you can bring that knee up or do a little glute squeeze to the back. Lots of options. Also, a box jump. So something I tend to have clients do on a bench. You can also do on a box. Jump it up, stick your landing, drop it down, or straddle jump, just like this. It's a great way to just add a little extra cardio to those strength workouts. You're still gonna get the legs burning, get that core working, but get your heart rate up. You can also take the Terra Core with some dumbbells and do a split squat, or sometimes called a Bulgarian Squat or Bulgarian deadlift, either up on the toe or toe down and just dropping it down. Just a little split squat or a lunge, and you'll feel that quite a bit in that front leg. Another thing I tend to do with clients off of a bench is I like to do a bridge, or sometimes called a hip thrust. So, two different ways you can do it. You can have your chest, your head and shoulders, not your chest and shoulders, your head and shoulders resting right on top, with or without dumbbells, lifting to the ceiling, squeezing in the glutes, just like that. And then if you wanted to add some extra tools, if you had a little stability ball or medicine ball to squeeze in for a little adduction, or press out with those knees with a band for a little abduction, all of those are some ways that you can add a little bit to that hip thrust. And then the other thing that you can do is you can put your feet on top, which is something I also do with a bench. So you're down flat on your back, feet are on top, lifting into the heels. And then same thing, you can add those dumbbells on top, you can add a ball in the center knees to squeeze in, or a band to squeeze out. So lots of options to get hamstrings, glutes, and core with that hip thrust. Those are really just a few of the exercises that you can do with the Terra Core using it as a bench. Possibilities are endless. Make sure that you get the Terra Core app and that you check out all of the other Terra Core videos.